Anda menyaksikan News Update pukul 13 waktu Indonesia Barat. Saya Adam Mulya. Saat ini pemirsa, jenazah mantan Perdana Menteri Singapura Lee Kuan Yew sudah berada di auditorium Universitas Nasional Singapura. Langsung saja kita saksikan suasana terkini di sana.
That Singaporeans are a pragmatic people, and we are. But we are also fundamentally a nation built on ideals. Mr. Lee once said, each generation is fired by its own vision of the ideal society in the ideal world. The ideal can never be achieved, but because men have ideals, those societies progress. Mr. Lee's ideals were clear. He believed in them and he lived them. Meritocracy, honesty, integrity. When Mr. Lee became Prime Minister in 1959, he pulled together a strong team of leaders from diverse backgrounds. He ensured that positions in government were filled by the most capable people rather than those with connections or money. Mr. Lee took severe measures to curb corruption, a root cause of inequality. He put in place tough laws to investigate those suspected of corruption and heavy penalties for those caught taking bribes. By ensuring that our government and economy stayed honest, accountable, and free of corruption, Mr. Lee assured investors and companies that Singapore was the right place for their investments. Companies from around the world came and continue to come to Singapore, creating opportunities for employment, learning, and growth for Singaporeans. Mr. Lee demanded, without compromise, complete integrity in personal and professional matters from himself, his family, and his colleagues. He said in Parliament in 1979, the moment key leaders are less than incorruptible, less than stern in demanding high standards, from that moment, the structure of administrative integrity will weaken and eventually crumble. To make sure that our public services were working well to serve the people, he made unannounced visits to inspect our HDB estates, hospitals, parks, and other public places. Integrity, however, was more than the basis for a strong economy and a capable government. Mr. Lee had a vision of Singapore as a fair and a just society. Today, all Singaporeans have the opportunity to contribute to and benefit from Singapore's development, regardless of race or religion, connections, or family background. Through his personal example, Mr. Lee embedded a sense of integrity into our very identity as a nation. With integrity as our nation's bedrock,